So, oh, stop rolling, go back. So yeah, even with precision farming, it does look like you are limited to what you can put on a field per growth stage. Part of the problem with the barley fields is they germinated, or they grew first stage growth before I'd got their full nitrogen levels. The spelt's good. The spelt is fully nitrogenated now. Those fields are at optimum levels, and so I can go back there and as soon as they grow to the stage that barley's grown to, I can run out with the herbicide sprayer and just get it done. But the barley, if I have to go drive in the barley, I'm going to damage the crop. No two ways about it. This is a little bit of a problem. Let's light it up. Oh. Actually, I thought I was closer to the edge of the field than I actually am. I knew there was a hedgerow on the right, but I didn't know how close it was. Okay, I'm going to run down the side here. So we might end up using most of this herbicide. Should be a little bit unfortunate, I guess. I need to figure out where to stick the fertilizer and the herbicide that isn't with the seed, because as far as I'm aware you're not supposed to store those things all together. Yeah, jumping through this kind of quickly though. Although we got a good area of spray, so yeah, this is not part of precision farming, so there's no manual adjust. I suppose that was the nice thing about the manual adjust spreader mod. You could reduce the amount of fertilizer and herbicide and lime that you spread on the field, and all you had to do was spread. You didn't have to reach a certain threshold in order for it to count. So you could literally do absolute minimum and it would count as done, which was a little bit cheating, but it did allow you a bit more efficiency in your application. But that mod doesn't obviously play well with precision farming, because precision farming includes an automatic adjustment. So you just drive over the field and it will apply what needs to be applied at each point on the field, if you're in automatic mode. Or there's manual mode, so you can just put down what you think the field might need. So again, you can play precision farming in the 1990s where you don't have soil analysis, or as much soil analysis, or you could do soil analysis in one part of the field and or a couple of parts of the field and just guess, and then not use automatic application, just use a manual application with best guess. And again, see how good you are doing it that way. Which would be a bit of a challenge, I think. I mean, you could analyse the entire field, but then do it in manual application mode. So you're going to be averaging nitrogen addition based on your crop and soil. You're going to be averaging lime what's the word for it? Lime application based on an average of what you can see on the field. So some parts of the field may be under-limed, other parts may be over-limed. Same with fertilizer, you might over-fertilize a part and under-fertilize another part, but it's going to help increase your yield without maximizing your yield at any point. Be an interesting way to do it. When precision farming came out, I wondered whether that was a possibility, and I'm kind of looking at it and saying it would appear that is something that you could do. Did I get that? Yes. Nope. So last bit here. Then we have field 5, I think it is. The one on the other side of the sheep field needs it. I could spray the grass in all the sheep fields as well, but we're not harvesting it, so it doesn't matter, and having weeds in those fields, again, doesn't really matter. So maybe we'll just go with what we got here. And do the best that we can. Okay, that field's done. So I should be able to check that we'll have no weeds in that field, and we won't have weeds in this field until we cut it, which could be whenever. I could run over there and spray. Well, let's try and spray that bit and see if it works. I'm guessing it won't. Just because, as I said, we applied liquid fertilizer to this field. Because, obviously having a field with best possible yield is much better than having a field that never has weeds on it, because weeds are just a detriment to your yield at the point where they're growing. Okay, it's over to our left a bit. Oh, is that bit right in front of us that I'm driving on? Yes. So let's turn that on, drive over that bit and see what happens. Maybe I didn't see the right bit. I'm definitely not seeing any burnt weeds there. As I could take a look. Let's go jump in the tractor and move it out of the way. And I did remove the weeds, it's just not showing the texture change. So we can apply the weeds, we just don't know where. I think, okay, for future reference, we should spray herbicide, because that gives us the ground texture change that we can see, and then do fertilizer, because we can use the mini map to follow our application of fertilizer. So good to know for future reference. For us, the barley is a bonus crop. I'm actually planning to plant maize in both of those fields and forage it for sheep food for the winter, and potentially anything left over will go to go in a silage bunker, and we'll turn it into silage for more income and digestate for the following year. So it's not a bad deal, but it's, so as I said, the barley's kind of a bonus late spring crop that's going to be more income for the farm. Primarily I'm using those fields to plant maize, but since maize planting season is on the same day or on the same month as barley harvesting, earliest barley harvesting is latest maize planting day. So there is the potential that we can get two crops in those fields if we do barley followed by maize. And so we're going to take advantage, or we're going to try and take advantage of that. See, this field looks... Oh no, we sprayed this field. So fold that back up. I put fertilizer on this field, so it's not going to work here. I forgot. So I guess for now, spraying is done. As I said, I could spray these fields. It's kind of a waste of fertilizer. And we'll just get little flowers growing in the grass fields where the sheep live. I'll drive through the hedge again because we've kind of suspended realism on this this particular day. So we've dealt with weeds on that clover field, so that's a good thing. I'm okay with that. I guess the next thing to do is struggle up the hill with the great weight of 956 litres of herbicide. Okay, good. So once that clover in field 5 grows one stage, I can go down there and herbicide spray. So our fields are all up to date. Oh, except I want to plant oilseed radish in 8. I might look at that in a minute. We're not in a big hurry to get that done. There's fertilizing in 35. That pays well. Fertilizing in 36 also pays well. Some very lucrative baling contracts. But I think maybe... Oh, that's baling. I said 35... 36. Let's do 36. Now this, I think, was the old fertilizer store. Oh, yeah. It's not letting me unload. Of course it's not. That would be too easy. You're going to force me to pump out my fertilizer, herbicide, and I don't have a canister to put in. That is part of the problem with this, with the manure system mod, is that it doesn't always let you unload your equipment. There we go. Okay, we unloaded it. Not in the place I wanted to unload it. We can come back with the front loader and do that in a minute. But, and frankly, I'm going to skip using the pipes here and just do a normal load. Yeah, whatever. Oh, I'm guessing the back tank's the one that's not filled all the way. There we go. Okay, our tanks are full. Where are we going? 36. I think that's probably up near the store. Nope. Okay. That's... Oh, that's down by Oak Glen Farm. Yay. Which is up near the store. So, well, we'll get paid. We could use a little extra money on the farm, let's just put it that way. So yeah, having re-nitrogenated field 5, you can go and spray herbicide when it grows one stage, and that's all part of the I don't expect it to be fully grown for a third cut per year, because clover takes a month longer than grass to mature, and you can cut immature grass and still have at least something going. Clover you have to fully grow before you can do anything with it. So to unload the sprayers, I have to select the front canister, the front tank, to force the unload. I assume if the front tank wasn't connected, I could just have the back tank connected and it would unload that normally. Oh, now this is... I think we have to put this back on manual spraying. And again, minimum levels, and it will count towards spraying the farmer. Yeah, when you're doing contracts for fertilizer, it works like base game. So let's pull up the help. There we go. Change pop direction to fit mode. And we are getting stuck in the tree. Probably have to. There we go. Okay, let's turn that way. There we go. Now we're free. Okay, fold sprayer to dead. Deactivate automatic application rate. That would be the button. Okay, comma does that. Change application rate K and M. Okay, we are at the lowest application rate. So now we just have to drive around the field and watch the we don't even have to watch for the texture change. We just drive around the field and it will do what it does. So again, we're running with seasons, so there's 3 stages of fertilization, and doing this just counts as one stage of fertilization, which is why we just spread the minimum. We don't want to waste our fertilizer on somebody else's field. There's no, if you drive over the same spot twice, you use fertilizer. It's a constant rate at this point. So we use the bare minimum to get credit, which is the bare minimum we can set the sprayer to. So this field is going to take a little while to get done. And we'll probably use most, if not all, of the fertilizer we're carrying. But I can run down to the store now, grab another tank, and we could fertilize the other field job that needed it. And it's more spraying than I intended to do today anyway. Actually, we're getting 20 after 12. This field I have no intention of buying anytime soon because it's around about the second biggest field on the map. Oh, just got caught up on the fence. So not like I'm going to have the money to do that this harvest. I mean, I'm guessing our income, we'll probably make $500,000 just from the crops that we have in storage at the moment. I'm hoping and guessing, so that might be a thing. So that'll pay off the debt that we have, plus hopefully give us enough to purchase the third sheep field. And maybe something extra, but I really don't know what. And at this point, I'm not sure what I want to buy, considering all the fields that are currently planted. I mean, even if I could afford this field, it's kind of off the map for me, because it's already got a crop in. It's probably got a crop I don't want. It's not limed. It's under fertilized. So we'd have to run around with the soil tester in order to test what state the soil's in after we purchase it. And I don't want to be driving around a field with a soil tester, destroying the crops that I just bought. It's cruise control, let's save my feet. So yeah, the local farmers are being a pain. Obviously buying grass fields is easy. We could buy a grass field and turn it arable, since we don't use grass on our farm. So I think there's, where is it? Where's our fields? Our fields are down here. I think one of these is a grass field. So I could buy one of those and in spring just rip it up and plant a crop in it. Or I could save the money until next winter or next fall and buy fields as they are harvested. So this field on our left looks like it's been planted, and looks like we crash into a tree. So yeah, so it looks like it's been planted. I mean, it hasn't started growing yet. It might be that the computer farmers are cheating and planting crops that it's not season for planting. Go check that. Let's break and turn off the sprayer. So where are we? We are here. That's a nice brown. Oats. Yeah, that's oats. 32 is planted with rye. So I was right, that's rye. This is grass. Yeah. I think 24 is grass too. So I could buy 24, and 23 is kind of small, and then use those as arable fields. 28 is potatoes? Nope. Okay. Miscanthus, yes. Seems that NPC farmers like testing out new crops like miscanthus. Now I think my miscanthus harvesting is spring. So I could save up until spring and then buy one of the miscanthus fields just after it's harvested. I don't need the stuff, so I could plough it under, and then gives me time to plant a late spring crop, probably sunflowers. And it still gives me time to prepare the dirt for planting as well. What are we doing? We're nearly round to the start. That's a good thing. So yeah, this whole variable, I mean, I think FarmSim 22 is going to be harder still, because the best time to sell your crop is the day before you harvest it. At least that's what's been suggested. So you're either going to have to take a hit and sell the crop when it's not worth its greatest value, or you're going to have to hold the crop in your silo for 11 months in order to get the best price for that crop the following year. But that delays your income. And to be fair, Seasons is a difficult startup because you have, the only form of income you have is grass during the year. Or at least, yeah, self-generated. You could buy sheep from early spring, but the problem with that is you're also going to have to buy food for them because that's not growing yet. You don't get grass to a level that you can use it until late spring at the earliest. But, you know, cutting grass, turning it into silage, and then selling it, you could do that in early spring or late spring, and that would be